Yes, Binu, we will do that. Good evening, everyone. Namaste and good evening. We have been taking these classes and we have been preparing for our better gateway to the new label, and you all have been waiting for the result as well in the meantime. So before I go and discuss about today's session and share you the test link, I would like to talk about the response that you have given in the previous day regarding the topics that I need to revise. For example, I will show you the screen as well. I'm almost there. Okay, I asked you one question here. How much time do you spend every day by reading? Less than 1 hour was shared by 8 students. Okay, somebody has mentioned 10 minutes as well. Okay, and then study one night before exam was also the response. More than 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours is also the response by 2. Okay, so that's how you get the response. 2 hours every day is also given. But you can read in different ways, multiple ways. You can read by watching movies, you can read by reading newspaper, you can read by listening to others, you can read by having some good conversation with people around you. But before you decide what is reading, you have to be sure about the process of reading. हामीले किताब खोलेर पढेकोलाई मात्र पढेको भन्छौँ, but that is not the only way we read. In our mind, it has to be clear about the objective and subject matter, then we can read anywhere and anything. Okay, and now let's come to the topic that you have. Preposition still is confused, but you have to go with lots of examples and you have to see how such prepositions are used in collocations and prepositional phrases. Active and passive voice, be careful about the tense use. Once you understand the tenses, active and passive voice becomes very easy because tense remains same, only the object comes in place of subject. The one who does the action remains passive. Some other topics are also selected, like idioms and vocabularies are selected. The links that I have provided has huge range of idioms and vocabularies, and also the articles are focusing on how to make yourself better in understanding of these topics. So go with it, and you will have more practice. Today also I will talk about some questions on idioms and vocabularies even in the test. After that I will discuss them. Right, and some other students have selected various topics of grammar, and some of them have selected all here, so that's fine. But as far as the time provides us the opportunity to read, we will have to definitely make ourselves comfortable without any panicking, and we have to systematically practice for the examination. That's our duties. So how are you feeling? Are you ready today?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
only the necessary talks are expected to be shared in the chat box. Unnecessary topics and unnecessary things, I completely request you to ignore. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go for the assessment first, because you may take a little bit more time today. It is of 20 marks, and for 20 marks you need minimum 10 minutes time at least to read and select the right answers. Okay, go through the link that I have shared just now. If you find any difficulties in sharing or opening the link, let me know. अनि मैले अर्को पनि एउटा क्वेसन सोधेको थिएँ कि योभन्दा अगाडिको एक्जाममा, लाइक हाउ डु यु लाइक टु लर्न भनेर, टेस्टबाट पढ्न रमाइलो लाग्छ भनेर धेरैले सेलेक्ट गर्नुभएको थियो. सो लाइक दिस इज हाउ आई आस्क्ड वाट मोटिभेट्स यु टु लर्न मोर भनेर सोधेको थिएँ. आस्किङ अ लट अफ क्वेसन्स टु द टिचर 12जनाले भन्नुभएको छ. कम्प्लिटिङ द गिभन टेस्ट इन गुगल फर्म 33जनाले भन्नुभएको छ. बोथ भनेर पनि भन्नुभएको छ. युट्युब भिडियो भनेर भन्नुभएको छ. सो as per that, so this test again will help you to know more about the subject matter. Right? Any confusion? Let me see through the chat box. I just want to take a quick phone call there. Okay, Nirdesh, I received a call, important call, and I was busy in talking in the phone call. That's why it was little silent. But in the meantime, I have shared you the link where you are expected to submit your answer with 100% carefulness. एकदमै केयरफुल भएर सेयर सबमिट गर्नु होला. मलाई त्यो डिसएपोइन्टिङ रिजल्ट आज हेर्नु छैन है. अनि निर्देश होइन आवर इङ्ग्लिस कोर्स विल बी कम्प्लिट सर भन्नुभएको रहेछ. कोर्स त कम्प्लिट भएर पनि कतिपटक रिभिजन भइरहेको छ निर्देश. There are some things which we need to still revise because vocabulary को कोर्स कहिल्यै सकिँदैन. Examples को कोर्स कहिल्यै सकिँदैन. Rules are discussed, but you might have missed. And my class is always mixture of all the rules and all the topics, because what I believe is if I just teach you reported speech all day, you may not enjoy the class. Grammar is very much boring to read. Yeah, I can make poems. I write some of them. Grammar is very much boring to read. That's why, to make it more interesting, I mix the topic and I discuss about a lot of other things. Shreya Bandari says idioms are confusing. What the Shreya? Idioms are very much confusing. I agree with you. I don't take your suggestion. I don't want to make rap right now. ओके, इडियम्सको बारेमा अझै धेरै रिफ्लेक्सन गर्नु मन छ भने म एउटा लिङ्क हजुरको च्याट बक्समा दिन्छु. इट इज भेरी इजी. मैले सानो क्लासमा पहिला पढाउँदाखेरि यो टेक्निकहरू युज गर्थेँ. जस्तो यहाँनिर के छ भन्दा यु क्यान सी हियर BBC Learning English. In BBC Learning English, you can see talks about English section. Here you can see idiomatic expression and phrasal verbs. Animal idioms, anger idioms, color idioms, end up and be up to idioms, entertainment idioms, family and kinship idioms, health and illness idioms, idiomatic pairs, idiom about privilege, cloud or sky. So these are
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Yes. Is there anything or just a greeting? Okay. अनि when you go to this, that's the idioms हामी कुरा गर्दैछौँ. When you go to this link, now you see Helen Grechenik from Ukraine writes, sometimes I find it difficult to understand idioms or proverbs. For example, every cloud has a silver lining. Could you please explain to me what this means? Then we can see the reply here in the later section. Roger Woodham replies, excuse me.
Sir.
Yes, Nirdesh.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Pranay, why are you talking?
Okay, I guess you are in the different world where sky is not blue. I'm in the middle of the explanation and you just call me just to say good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do not greet me, okay? I don't need your greeting so that you disturb me unnecessarily.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. No problem.
No need to even say okay, sir, and no problem, Prabhat. You are exaggerating unnecessarily here. I don't know why these people take attention. You can go to the, shopping malls. You can go to the theaters. You can go to the public places and do something awkward. Then you can get attention of people around you. All right, this Upendra now. I don't know why these people are very much crazy about everything. So I have removed 2 students from the class. Hopefully now things will settle down. Idioms are very difficult to understand because their meaning is not what it appears to be at first sight. Some are easier to guess when they have some association with the original meaning of the individual word. For example, the meaning of once in a blue moon is not too difficult to guess. Blue moon do not appear in the sky very frequently, so we may guess correctly that this means very rarely. But what about on cloud 9? Cloud 9 is something slightly different. Cloud 9 means, what does this mean? There are no clues here. Sometimes the context will help us to understand the meaning. Like Charlotte had just been offered a job with a modeling agency when I saw her. So, of course, she was on cloud 9. However, to be quite sure, we may need to check the meaning in a good dictionary. Every cloud has a silver lining, and cloud 9. So, cloud 9 means very happy mood. Okay, extremely delighted situation, whereas some other kind of idioms are also given there. And if you read like this, you can have more understanding about the idioms. Okay, all right, so I have shared the test to all of you. If you have not received it, I would like to send it again. Some of them are taking time to submit their work. That's good. Take your time and submit your work. Okay, here is the link in the chat box. मनिकाले ग्रुप भन्नुभएको छ मेरो लागि ग्रुपै यही हो I am not in the group that you are in, so take it from here, or somebody can help by copying this and pasting in the group. Okay, okay, I can see 25 responses so far. Please respond it. Oh, that's great. So Diksha, you guessed the score as well. Yeah, that was intentionally kept because how much do you think you have done accurately and how much do you think you have not done accurately? That matters the most. So मैले राइट गरेँ कि रङ गरेँ भन्ने कुरा मलाई थाहा भयो भने it is amazing that we are right on track. कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दा कतिपयले कति गरे कति राइट गरिन नै थाहा नभएर यहाँ कन्फ्युजन भइरहेको हुन्छ के. So that's why I asked you to do the same. And I'll see your score and your predicted score. And some of you have guessed, some of you have clearly mentioned, some of you might have just typed something and then it did not work, and you were asked to type the numbers, then it worked. So that's okay. Why I do so is, first of all, you must know what you know and what you do not know. मलाई के आउँछ अनि मलाई के आउँदैन भन्ने कुरा पहिला थाहा हुनुपर्छ. त्यो थाहा भइसके पछाडि मात्र अनि हामीले मलाई यो टपिक त अलि आइरहेको छैन त्यसैले यो टपिक चाहिँ रिभाइज गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ भन्ने कुरा थाहा हुन्छ isn't it? So know what are your weaknesses, what topic is very difficult for you, and then only know your weaknesses. And then only you will be able to clearly improve your weaknesses, right? Please do fast and I will move forward. Okay, Puspanjali says preposition and idioms many mistake. ल ठिक छ, preposition र idiom लाई अझै धेरै seriously हामीले गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. There is one game show. I'd like to introduce that now. Preposition ma confused bhakoहरुलाई. Just a minute, okay? I'm trying to find it. It is also part of BBC Learning English. Let me see whether it is removed from the website or it is still there. Okay, the grammar game show. Have you heard about that grammar game show?
No, sir.
Okay, ल त्यसो भए म हजुरलाई आज एउटा ग्रामर गेम शो को इन्ट्रोड्युस गराउँछु है त.
Okay.
So it is on the topic preposition. If you are still submitting the work, please submit the work first. किन भन्दा त्यो चाहिँ first priority हो. I have already received 33 responses here. Just a minute, okay? My laptop is very slow now. Okay, let me make it. So 33 responses are received so far. I would like to request everyone to submit the response because considering you in mind, keeping you in mind, I have prepared this quiz spending more than 1 hour of my time. It is because such kind of quizzes will definitely help us to decide what are the weaknesses and what are the strengths. And once we know the weaknesses, just like I told you in the screen, you can see know your weakness. We can definitely improve ourselves, isn't it? So submit the test, first priority. Second priority, now let's go and watch a short video on prepositions, the grammar game show. यो गेम शो लाई ध्यान दिएर हेर्नु होला. म सबटाइटल पनि अन गरिदिन्छु हजुरहरुको कम्फर्टेबलको लागि. सबटाइटल किन अन गरेको त भन्दा सबटाइटल हेरेर पनि बुझ्न सकिन्छ नि, कहिलेकाहीँ छिटो छिटो बोलेको बेला बुझिएन भने. ओके, सो लेट्स गो.
Hello and welcome to today's grammar game show. I'm your host, Will. And Will, I am. And of course, let's not forget Leslie, our all-knowing voice in the sky.
Hello, everyone.
Tonight, we're going to ask you 3 questions about
Prepositions. Those little but oh so important words for talking about movement, place, and time.
Okay, now let's meet our contestants.
Hello all, my name's Sally.
And contestant number 2.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Liz.
Welcome to the grammar game show, both of you. Enjoy the experience. It could be your last.
Pardon?
I said, let's get going fast. And there's nothing suspicious about that. Our first round is a quick fire round. Prepositions are often used to connect sentences with a time word. I'm going to tell you a time word, and I want to know the preposition. Here goes. 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock.
Correct.
2016.
In 2016.
Correct.
Friday.
On Friday.
Correct.
Night.
At night.
Correct.
Morning.
In the morning.
Correct.
Christmas.
At Christmas.
Correct.
Top 10
Leslie.
everybody.
Excellent work. There are 3 basic prepositions of time. At is used for times of the day. For example, at 4 a.m. On is used for days, such as on Sunday or on Christmas Day. In is used for periods, such as months, years, and seasons. But be careful, some times are irregular, such as at night.
There's nothing irregular about what you do at night, Leslie. We've all occasionally cried in a ball on the floor. Every night, right, Sally?
What are you trying to say?
Nothing! You just look like the type.
What?
I said, make sure your answers are right. And there's nothing suspicious about that. Liz has 6 points, but you only have 3. On to round 2, and this round is a picture round. Look at the picture and tell me where each person is. 1 point for every correct preposition.
He's in the pool.
Correct.
But he's also at the pool.
Also correct.
His fingers in his nose.
Correct.
They're walking on the bridge.
Correct.
Leslie,
Good. Prepositions are used to describe the positions of things to other things. Words like in, on, at, over, and between, among others, tell us where things are or where they are moving to. Unfortunately, English has a lot of prepositions which need to be learned. So study hard.
well done, Liz. You did the best there, so you can have another 4.5 points. How are you doing?
To be honest, I'm just really thrilled to be here. I never thought I'd get to go on to a quiz program.
Nor did we. Especially with that face.
What?
I said no more prepositions of place. And there's nothing suspicious about that. On to our third round. Another group of prepositions is called dependent prepositions. They are the ones which must follow a verb, noun, or adjective to connect them to a sentence. Listen to these sentences and tell me why each one is wrong. She's always been good to speaking in public.
At. Good at speaking in public.
Correct.
I take a lot of pride to working hard.
In. Pride in working hard.
Correct.
You should never rely for other people.
On. Rely on people.
Correct.
Leslie!
Good job! Dependent prepositions are the prepositions which follow a noun, verb, or adjective in order to connect it to a sentence. Good at, pride in, rely on. Be careful though, some words can have more than one preposition, and the choice may determine the meaning.
And that brings us to the end of today's grammar game show. Let's count out the points. And the winner is Liz with points. Well done. Here's what you've won.
It's a thumbs up!
Okay, you might have noticed how interestingly the show makes us clear about the topic, that is preposition. And some of the exceptional prepositional phrases are also being discussed. Right. First of all, it discussed about how the preposition can be confusing and tricky in time. Preposition of time can be used as per the duration, like whether it is longer or shorter. It is used with time, fixed time. On is used with dates like Sunday, Christmas Day. In is used with little bit lengthier time, like in the month or in the year or in certain season. And we have to see there is exceptional case for night. Night we always use at night because at that time everyone sleeps, and if somebody does something, then one has to clearly be sure and certain about it. So there are a lot of other rules also being discussed, and you come to know about them. And now about this, like you have gone through this screenshot as well, some words need a preposition to connect. For example, I take pride in my work, not on my work or at my work. Whereas for verbs that rely on something, I rely on you to help. On is used, not in or not any other preposition. Like I hope you are paying serious attention here. Like, okay, sorry, I wanted to show you this, rely on. And another one for adjective, like I'm not good at skiing. Why it is used with adjective like good? So we have to always see good comes always with it when we talk about our hobbies and some activities that we do, and rely comes always with on whenever we talk about dependence of one person to another person. Be careful, some words have multiple possibilities, so as per the dependent preposition we decide it. Yeah, Vicky, any question?
Sir, there is some confusion in tense, sir. Tense.
ल ल ल टेन्सको पनि हामी कुरा गरौँला। पहिला प्रिपोजिसनलाई अलिकति मैले सजिलो कसरी हुन्छ भनेर आइडिया चाहिँ दिएको है। हजुरहरूले यो च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब गरेर फुर्सदको समयमा यो ग्रामर सोहरू हेरेर, अनि हेरेर मात्र हुँदैन नि, फेरि मेन इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुराहरू नोटमा टिप्पणी गरेर पढ्न सक्नुहुन्छ है। एक्सक्युज मी, रेज योर ह्यान्ड फर्स्ट इफ यु रियली वान्ट टु टक विथ मी। एक्सक्युज मी। यस यस yes, please.
सर मलाई एकचोटि फेरि
Excuse me,
सर एकचोटि सुन्नु न, एकचोटि मलाई फेरि यो बुझाइदिनु सुरुदेखि।
Oh, I'm extremely sorry. You watch the video that will be shared with you later on, okay?
Okay, sir, no problem.
Thank you so much for the inquiry. हजुरहरूलाई यति कुरा अहिलेसम्म पक्कै पनि थाहा भइसकेको होला कि नेपाल अनलाइन स्कुलले जथाभावी रूपमा काम गरिरहेको छैन। नेपाल अनलाइन स्कुलले तपाईँ एब्सेन्ट हुनुभयो, तपाईँको घरमा इन्टरनेट गयो अथवा इलेक्ट्रिसिटीले साथ दिएन भने भोलिपल्ट बिहान उठेर पनि भिडियोहरू हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, भोलिपल्ट बिहान उठेर पनि नोट्सहरू रिभाइज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। हामीले रेस्पोन्सिबल वेमा सबैजनाको लागि काम गरिरहँदै पनि कोहीहरू चाहिँ intentionally they try to disturb unnecessarily, which I strongly deny. Okay, and I strongly oppose. You have your own Google Meets, have fun there, but this is not the place to have fun. Rather, this is the place to learn language and love the language. Yes, Vicky.
Sir, अब यो क्लास कति हप्ता चल्नेछ?
विकी, मलाई वास्तवमा केही पनि थाहा छैन, किनभने नि मैले चाहिँ क्लास जहिलेसम्म चल्छ त्यतिन्जेलसम्म लिन्छु होइन। अब कति बेरसम्म चल्छ भन्ने कुराको मलाई ठ्याक्कै थाहा छैन कि, किन भन्दा मैले खेम सरले, सुजन सरले जसरी काम गरिरहनु भएको छ, इङ्ग्लिस सब्जेक्ट चाहिँ मैले उहाँहरूले साइन्स म्याथ पढाइरहँदाखेरि हेर्ने हो। सो टिल द टाइम अदर क्लासेस रन, दिस क्लास अल्सो विल रन। ओके विकी? ओके, एक दुईजनाले distraction गर्नुभएको भएर म अलिकति अड्के। So now 41 students have submitted the response. I would like to talk about the answers now, okay? Because next week it will be little late to discuss the answers. It is better to discuss the answer fresh whenever it is in our mind. So let's not do delay and discuss the answers. First of all, the question was from idiom. First of all, the question was from idiom. The idiom describes something that seems appealing on the surface but may not be valuable in reality. What's the idiom? So the answer is all that glitters is not gold. Richard, for this also I have no authority के म कुनै पनि ग्रुपमा छैन के म डेको ग्रुपमा पनि छैन म इभिनिङको ग्रुपमा पनि छैन म यो ग्रुपहरु हेर्न पनि खासै भ्याउँदिन के लाइक आई हेभ अदर रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटिज एज वेल त्यसैले मैले के गर्छु त the way Nepal Online School has been managing, I send the notes to them and they will send the notes to the people who are in different groups. So you can communicate with other friends and directly get the notes. Okay, Richa? यसलाई म कन्फ्युजनलाई क्लियर गरिहाल्छु है किन चाहिँ all that glitters is not gold चाहिँ राइट आन्सर भयो भन्ने कुरामा जस्तो break the ice means we use break the ice. Just a minute. Oh, sorry. Okay, I wanted to talk about this. To wear one's heart on one's sleeve. Just a minute, okay. A sight for sore eyes. These different idioms which I wanted to share with you also have their amazing and different types of meanings. Like break the ice refers to overcoming initial awkwardness when meeting someone new or starting a conversation. जस्तो म कसैसँग बोलिरहेको छु भने I felt very difficult to break the ice with the person I met today भनेर भन्दाखेरि मलाई अलिकति अप्ठ्यारो भयो भन्ने अर्थ लाग्छ. अनि when you are having conversation with new person and somebody gives you suggestion, oh, why don't you break the ice with some interesting, humorous, rhetorical question? In that way also, these kind of idioms can be used. Cold comfort describes an attempt to offer comfort or consolation that is actually unhelpful, whereas come what may means to accept whatever happens in the future, good or bad. Most of the idioms are invented by old writers. William Shakespeare is one of them. Like come what may is invented by William Shakespeare in one of his plays. Others are also there. To wear one's heart on one's sleeve means to be very open and expressive about your emotion. Okay, it suggests that you don't hide your feelings and readily show them to others. Like she is very good. She wears one's heart on one's sleeve. भनेर हामीले यसरी उखान टुक्काको रूपमा युज गर्न सकिन्छ. To be beside oneself means to be extremely upset, angry, or frustrated, often to the point of being irrational. Whereas to make a mountain out of a molehill means describing the act of exaggerating a minor problem or situation into something. तिललाई पहाड बनाउने भन्ने उखान टुक्का छ नि नेपालीमा. To make a mountain out of a molehill is exactly the same. तिललाई पहाड बनाउनु. So the first answer is all that glitters is not gold. Whereas the second answer, to introduce yourself or a topic in a social setting, easing initial awkwardness is to break the ice. So I hope now these idioms are clear to you. Opposite of detest is love. Whereas you had better ask permissions from him. You had better, had better works as a suggestion. Had better works as advice. Had better works as model verb here. Okay, so ask is the right answer. Similarly, number 5, could you remind me to post this later? This is very simple, polite request. So I hope you got it. I must go shopping before the shops are closed. Shopping is gerund. अस्ति gerund को class में मैले यो discuss गरेको थिएँ. To shopping हुँदैन, noun को अगाडि to लाग्दैन, अनि त्यस पछाडि to the shop पनि हुँदैन किन भन्दा in the context it talks about going to do some activity or going to make something happen. Do you know the person whom I met last Saturday? This is relative clause. What are you going to do when you leave the school. This is the right choice of word. Finished is not correct. Ended is not correct. Completed is not correct, but still some of the students are giving. Like, let's check the proximity of error here. What are you going to do when you finished the school? When you finished the school, sounds like you are going to destroy the school. You are going to blast the school. So that's why you have to always cross check why other options are wrong and why one particular option is right. Don't you remember that we are going to the cinema tonight? So when the activity or the planning is already made and it is fixed, we use continuous tense. That's why are going is more appropriate here. Now ask him how much it costs, because ask him is imperative. So how much it costs is the right answer. Who found that flower in the garden? I did. So did is the right answer, because you see inverted comma is closed here and I ... is the answer response to the question. So whenever the question is in simple past tense, answer also must be in simple past tense, but we do not need to say the verb again, because we just simply use auxiliary verb do whenever necessary. So I did is the right choice. Similarly, excuse me, yes, is the right answer, because this is a kind of dialogue. As you can see, the inverted comma has separated the response by speaker A to speaker B. So you all have to be conscious and careful in this. यस्तै खालको क्वेसन आउने है इन्ट्रान्समा, यो भन्दा गाह्रो आउँदैन, यो भन्दा सजिलो पनि आउँदैन. So you just have to know that how language functions in everyday speaking or writing or grammatically, everything has to be under your understanding. It rained all yesterday, didn't it? So it is a simple question tag. If I were rich, I would buy a big farm in Chittagong. This is a conditional sentence. And I ... the film we saw at the cinema hall on Wednesday, didn't like the film, because it is all talking about Wednesday. So saw, simple past tense, clearly suggests that the action happened in the past time, which has no relevance in the present time. So simple past tense is very appropriate. Don't worry if I'm late tonight. So it is imperative sentence. That's why we just talk about the condition, if I am late tonight. And because if I am late tonight is here, it is conditional number one. Conditional number one comes with either future tense or imperative. Do not be confused here. Okay, we were awakened up by a loud noise during the night. Were awakened up is the right option. We woke up, no. Woke up is just like getting up from the bed early in the morning. We are woken up seems fine, but during the night it is talking about, so present tense doesn't make much sense here. We're waking up also is wrong, because it is not talking about particular time and continuation of action. Rather, it is talking about what actually happened and who did the action, loud noise. So passive voice is more accurate. We're awaken up. Now number 18, it's a really good offer. You can't put off. Put off is a phrasal verb, means drop. You can't drop this offer. So number 19, you must put on more effort. Put on is also to work very hard. This is also phrasal verb. Vocabulary, phrasal verb, idioms, but मैले कति क्वेशनहरु यहाँ राखेको थिएँ, किन भन्दा you need to work hard on these topics. Last, you are eligible for the scholarship. यो त अस्ति पनि एकपटक युज भएको थियो. I repeated once again just to make you aware. अब यसको रिजल्ट पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. जसले जति गेस गर्नुहुन्छ त्यो आएको छ. 15 ल्याउँछु भनेर 15 जनाले भन्नुभएको थियो, 19 ल्याउँछु भनेर 2 जनाले भन्नुभएको थियो भने रिजल्टमा के आयो त हेरौँ त. के रिजल्टमा चाहिँ ओके, रिजल्टमा 15 2 जनाको मात्र आयो, 19 1 जनाको मात्र आयो. So expectations versus reality is always different, and we just have to work very hard for this. ल एकपटक हजुरहरुको कुरा सुनौ न त. Is it all right? Is it all right everyone? Tense revise गर्ने भनेर भन्नुभएको थियो. Tense revise गर्नको लागि म हजुरलाई एउटा सानो क्वेशन सोध्छु. Tense जान्नुको लागि एकपटक यो कुराहरु एकदमै बुझेको हुनुपर्छ. जस्तो फर्स्ट टेन्स जान्नको लागि हजुरहरुले verbs चाहिँ जान्नै पर्छ. verbs जान्दै गर्दाखेरि auxiliary verb र main verb यसको फरक त जान्नै पर्छ. Can anyone tell me about auxiliary verbs and main verbs?
Yes, sir.
Anyone can volunteer? कसैले यसो voluntarily auxiliary verb र main verb को बारेमा हामीलाई भनिदिनुस् त? Anybody? Vicky, you can try.
Sir, is, am, are, was, were, have auxiliary verb.
Good.
Can, could, may, might, should, need to, ought to is main verb, sir.
Okay, Vicky, you are absolutely wrong. पहिलाको half part चाहिँ हजुरको right भयो, second half part चाहिँ हजुरको wrong भयो. Main verb भनेको action word हो. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 मा हामी जुन पनि verbहरू राखिन्छ regular र irregular verb, त्यो main verb हो. Regular verbs सुन्नुस् न एकैछिन. Main verbs हरूलाई जहिले पनि हामीले action word को रूपमा लिन्छ. जस्तो Mr. Yadav proposes the new way to learn English grammar भन्दा proposes भनेको चाहिँ main verb हो के. तर we are following the instruction given by Mr. Yadav भनेर भन्दा are following भन्दै गर्दा are चाहिँ auxiliary verb हो. किन भन्दा are ले चाहिँ following main verb लाई हेल्प गरिरहेको हुन्छ. सो main verb बुझ्दै गर्दाखेरि हजुरहरूले फेरि दुईटा कुरा बुझ्नु पर्ने हुन्छ. एउटा रेगुलर हैन, अर्को चाहिँ इरेगुलर. अब यो त मेन verb को कुरा भयो, रेगुलर इरेगुलर भने एक्सिलरी verb मा चाहिँ फेरि के बुझ्नु पर्ने हुन्छ त? तीनटा कुरा बुझ्नु पर्ने हुन्छ. एउटा be verbs, एउटा have verbs, अर्को do verbs. त्यसपछि लास्टमा पछि आउँछ मोडल्स verbहरू. मोडल verbहरूमा चाहिँ हामीले can, could, may, might, will, shall सबै राख्छौं. be verb मा is, am, are, was, were, being, been राख्छौं. have verb मा चाहिँ has, have र had राख्छौं. do verb मा do, did र does राख्छौं. र यो बेसिक कुराहरू जानिसकेपछि मात्र you will be able to understand tense. किन भन्दा tense भनेको टाइम हो. टाइमलाई रिफर गर्नको लागि हामीले एक्सन वर्डबाट सुरु गर्छौं. एक्सन वर्ड कहाँबाट आउँछ त? मेन वर्बबाट आउँछ. भने एक्सन वर्डलाई जस्तो मैले पास्ट कन्टिन्युअसमा भन्नु पर्यो भने I was dancing at this time yesterday अथवा I was playing football yesterday at this time भन्दाखेरि अब was र playing सँगसँगै आउनको लागि त auxiliary verb र main verb को combination मिल्नु पर्यो के रे. So if you still feel tense is very difficult, my suggestion पहिला auxiliary verb र main verb लाई बुझौं. त्यसपछि V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 को रेगुलर र इरेगुलर verb को लिस्ट बनाऊ. त्यसपछि auxiliary verb हरुको लिस्ट बनाएर त्यसलाई कसरी बुझ्ने भनेर हेर्ने, अनि मोडल verb लाई कसरी बुझ्ने भनेर हेर्ने. त्यसपछि verb लाई राम्रोसँग बुझेपछि अनि बल्ल subject plus V1 or V5 plus object लाई बुझ्न सकिन्छ. Okay, you have to work very hard. तर एक पटक बुझेपछि जिन्दगी भरिलाई काम लाग्छ. त्यही भएर why not to work very hard in this, isn't it? ल अर्को हप्ता आउँदाखेरि यति काम चाहिँ गरेर आउनु होला है, जसलाई टेन्स कन्फ्युजन छ. Is that okay? Okay, thank you very much. ल अब हजुरहरुको केही क्वेशन छ भने म सुन्छु, नत्र भने क्लास हामी सकाउँछौं है त. टेन्सकै बारेमा पनि हजुरले युट्युबमा भिडियोहरु हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. तर मुख्य कुरा के हुन्छ भन्दा नि, जति भिडियो हेरे पनि जति बुक पढे पनि मुख्य कुरा जग बलियो छैन भने घर भत्किन्छ. सो जग कसरी बलियो बनाउने त भन्दा यस्तै साना साना कुराहरु जस्तो मैले अहिले भर्खरै हजुरहरुलाई आइडिया दिए नि, त्यहाँबाट सुरु गर्नुपर्छ है त. ओके, बाइ बाइ बिनु, थ्यांक यू भेरी मच, थ्यांक यू सो मच. I don't know Manisha, I don't know exactly. अब रिजल्ट आउँदासम्म हामी क्लास चलाउँछौं. I will talk with Navin sir, I will talk with Khem sir and Susan sir and let you know. But I think you have to be aware. जबसम्म अरु क्लासहरु चल्छ, इंग्लिश क्लास चलिरहन्छ. हामी त अब ग्रेड 11 को क्लास पनि चलाउन सक्छौं. So let's see. Things can. Aaron Yadav says how to focus. Aaron, केले डिस्टर्ब गरिरहेको छ हजुरलाई? Aaron, is anything disturbing you? ल फोकस गर्नको लागि पहिला कुरा स्टेप 1, मलाई डिस्टर्ब भइरहेको छ भन्ने कुरा रियलाइज हुनुपर्छ. सेकेन्ड, स्टेप 2 के कुराले चाहिँ मलाई डिस्टर्ब गरिरहेछ भन्ने कुरा क्लियर हुनुपर्छ। दिमागमा नचाहिने कुराहरू आइरहेको छ कि चाहिने नचाहिने कुराहरू आएर टर्चर दिइरहेको छ कि अरू मान्छेको ओपिनियनले डिस्टर्ब गरिरहेको छ कि हैन, अथवा मोबाइल फोनको नोटिफिकेसनले पो डिस्टर्ब गरिरहेको छ कि। You just have to recognize and identify what actually is disturbing you from focusing to your particular work. त्यस पछाडि स्टेप नम्बर 3 अलिकति माइन्ड ह्याङ भइरहेको छ, फ्रेस भइरहेको छैन भने रिफ्रेसिङ एक्टिभिटिजहरू गर्न सकिन्छ। जस्तो अलिकति काम, घरको काममा सहयोग गरेर हुन्छ, अथवा बाहिरको काम गरेर हुन्छ, अथवा कतै घुम्न गएर हुन्छ, अथवा हैन कुनै फ्रेस हुने खालको मुभी हेरेर पनि हुन सक्छ, अथवा बुक पढेर हुन सक्छ। एन्ड देन your attention becomes better. र जहिले पनि टाइम सेट गरेर पढ्नुस्। 9 बजेदेखि 9:30 बजेसम्म म यो पढ्छु भनेपछि पढेरै छाड्नुपर्छ। 9:30 बजेदेखि 10 बजेसम्म म खाना खान्छु भनेपछि खानै पर्छ। So if you just respect the time, focus automatically helps you. Is that fine, Aaron? पढ्ने कुराको लागि बानी बसाल्नुपर्छ। बानी बसाल्नको लागि कम्तीमा 7 दिन त गर्नै पर्छ। Aaron, I hope you have been doing, because मलाई फोकस गर्नु जरुरी छ भनेर थाहा पाउनु नै आफैमा ठुलो कुरा हो के Aaron. I really appreciate you, किन भन्दा at this age most of the students do not even realize that their focus is somewhere outside. कतिलाई त यति थाहा पनि हुँदैन कि मेरो फोकस चाहिँ बाहिर गइरहेको छ भनेर। र हजुरलाई फोकस मेरो चाहिएको छ पढाइमा भन्ने कुराको रियलाइज हुनु नै एक किसिमको ठुलो बोनस पोइन्ट हो। Isn't it, Aaron? What do you think about it? Okay, so thank you so much everyone. See you next week. Till the time, make sure that you utilize your time and increase the speed of reading for the betterment. Always know yourself, know your weaknesses, find out the difficult topics for you, and read very carefully. Saroj, 20 number ko होला शायद। Okay, yes.